Good afternoon. My name is Justin Crozier, and I'm the owner and operator of Crozier Law LLC. We are a criminal defense law firm, and I am here today once again with little Alice. Today she is dirtier and more disgusting, and also sleepier than she was on Wednesday. But here she is nonetheless. I just figured, I don't know, it seems like I gotta earn points for having a cute puppy. She's adorable. She's got a weird little monkey face. Anyway, alright, she's out. She's gonna go take a nap. She's got a little bed over here. So today I wanted to talk with you a little bit, now that I've gotten my cute stuff out of the way, and I've had the opportunity to maybe get a couple of viewers from having a puppy around. I'd like to talk with you today about traffic tickets, and I'd like to talk with you about municipal courts. The reason that I'm talking with you about both of these things is because most of the time that you get a traffic ticket, it's going to be in a municipal court. And so it's a good place to kind of start the conversation, give you a little bit of information about what you can expect at a municipal court, and tell you how you deal with a traffic ticket for the most part. At least how you deal with them in Missouri. In Kansas, they've got a very different kind of a system. Half the time you don't even need an attorney to do stuff with them. They offer diversion much more often over there. So you don't need not that you don't need an attorney, because sometimes you do, but on a lot of their stuff you don't. So in general, traffic tickets are the way that most people interact with the court system most of the time. A lot of people get speeding tickets, no insurance tickets, out-of-date tags, things like that, and that's how most people are going to end up seeing. That's why you see the police most of the time. It's what brings you to court most of the time, and a lot of people end up just deciding that they're gonna pay off the ticket. They get the points on their license, and they just move on. They don't worry about it anymore. I would advise you not to do that, and I'm sure that you would say, well, of course, Justin, of course you're going to advise us not to do that. You're an attorney, and you make money when we get traffic tickets because we pay you to fix them. That's true. I do think that's true. But I also think that there is a value that we add, that attorneys add, to people who get traffic tickets that justifies the cost to you. And I'm going to break that down very quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I do want to explain why I think that there's some value there. Part of the reason is because every time that you get a ticket, if you get a speeding ticket, you get 2 points on your license. When you get 2 points on your license, then your insurance carrier knows about it. They know that you got a speeding ticket. That 2 points can cause a 25% increase in your insurance costs. And it's going to stay on your license for a while. Those 2 points are going to stick around for quite a while, and that's going to increase your. Let's say that it only increased your insurance for 3 years. Okay, 3 years. So you've got a 3-year, 25% increase. Let's say that you spend $100 a month on your insurance. So you get 2 points on your license, and then that goes up by 25%. So now you've got $125 a month, or you spend $25 a month. That means that every 4 months, that's $100. You have 12 months in a year, and that means that you're going to be doing that 3 times. So that means in your first year, you spent $300 plus the court costs and the fines on just paying the ticket. So you just paid the ticket, you saved some money not hiring an attorney, you spent an extra $300 that year. Next year you spend another $300, next year you spend another $300. So by not hiring an attorney, you've cost yourself $900. Or you can hire an attorney, and it's going to cost you $150 up front, maybe $200 depending on the kind of ticket or the number of points. So it actually saves you a lot of money to get an attorney to keep you from getting those points on your license. It can save you a substantial amount of money over time. I do understand people not having enough money to hire an attorney to fix a traffic ticket, and I get that, and I'm sympathetic towards that. But if you can get an attorney, it's going to save you money over the long term. The other thing that happens is that you lose your license. If you get too many points, your license goes away. You don't have it anymore, and then you get pulled over and you get a driving while suspended, and you lose your license for another year. You don't want to do that. So that's the main thing. That's one of the main advantages to getting an attorney, is that actually we end up saving you a little bit of money by paying off your ticket, not getting any points on there. So that's I think the speeding tickets are the primary means that most people get their tickets. Plates failure to register, that usually doesn't carry any points with it. No insurance does carry points, and typically you can't get those fixed unless you actually get insurance. So you do want to, because you have to get insurance to get them fixed, you want to make sure that you're not getting points on them after the fact. There are some other issues that you have to worry about, some other kinds of tickets that are out there. The one that I see that people get in trouble for occasionally, it's not super regular, but if you're going over 100, then that's a good way to spend a weekend in jail. Now, a lot of times we can keep you from doing that. It depends on what courtroom you're at. Here in Kansas City, there's a number of different courts that you can go to, and they all treat high-speed speeding tickets differently. If it is a county speeding ticket and it goes to the Municipal Court of Jackson County, that's easier to deal with than it goes to the Circuit Court in Jackson County for going for excessive speed. That's also very different than the way that Raytown deals with it. It's different than the way that Blue Springs deals with it. Everybody kind of has a different manner of deciding how you're going to deal with those consequences. So Municipal Court, I want to talk about that for a minute. Every city, at least every city around here in Kansas City, has a municipal court. Whether it's Oak Grove, Green Valley, Blue Springs, Harrisonville, Raytown, Platte City, I could just keep naming places, and that's not gonna, I don't know, maybe it'll impress you that I've got such a keen sense of geography in the area. So, happy Friday. What you want to be aware of is when you go to a municipal court, most of them have a pretty set method that they want you to deal with the tickets, the process and the procedure once you go in. Having an attorney can definitely help you with that. They can help you. They can help to make sure that that you sign in properly. They can help to make sure that when you're in front of the judge, that one, you shouldn't talk. If you're coming into court and you're talking, then you're making a mistake. You hired an attorney for a reason. Please, for the love of God, please, let the attorney talk for you. I mean, that's our job. Like, you're hiring us, and sometimes we're not going to say something that you want us to say. And there's a reason that we don't say the thing that you may want us to say. I mean, there's a very good reason that we may say, how about maybe don't. You're not going to persuade the judge by saying that. You may accidentally admit something that you actually have no reason to admit. And you actually could very easily be doing yourself a disservice by saying something that in your mind is a great idea, but in reality is just terrible. It ends up hurting you. So you have to, if you've hired an attorney, then please trust in our experience that we know what we're talking about and that we're going to say things that we need to say and we're not going to say things that we don't need to say, because it's in your best interest, it's in our best interest to get you a good result. If I don't do a good job for you, then you're going to be like, who's this joker? I mean, like, why did I hire that guy? I'm referring nobody to him. I would much rather do a good job for you and get a referral from the people that you tell that, like, man, Justin or Crozier, whatever you call me, J-Man, if you're a couple of my clients, did a great job. You refer people to me, that's wonderful. I would much rather have that be the case than for me to just try and, like, get in there, get out, get your money, and go laughing all the way to the bank. It doesn't help me out in the long run. So once you get to municipal court can take a while. If you have an attorney, most likely the people that have attorneys, they're going to bump the system. They're going to go a little bit faster. I can tell you that, and we still have to wait in line. Like, if there's an attorney that's there, you may have 7, 8, 9, 10 attorneys that are all on the docket, and we're going to wait our turn to go up in front of the judge. But usually, people with attorneys bump in front of everybody who doesn't have an attorney. Part of the reason for that is that it's our job to be there, and we have to go from court to court. And the only way that we can make this, a monstrosity of a judicial system that we have work is if attorneys can get places on time. And the only way to do that is to allow them, if there's a 1:30 docket and you've got a municipal ticket in Kansas City, that the attorneys that are gonna have to go first, because they need to be done by around 2 o'clock so they can get to the next court date they've got at 2:30 down in Lee Summit or wherever it happens to be. So I know it's frustrating if you're sitting in the courtroom and you see attorneys just going in front of you. And I'm sorry about that. It is frustrating, and I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm not saying that it's okay, but it's the situation that we're in, and we kind of have to deal with it because we need to make sure the wheels of justice keep moving. And if you are a person who has an attorney, then you're probably very grateful that you've got an attorney and that they're helping you out. So I think that I don't want to talk too much about any of the extraneous other tickets that are out there. I guess I will say this very quickly in regards to speeding tickets, is that what you want to do if you get a speeding ticket. So let's walk through the scenario. You've been pulled over. You see the lights behind you. The cop has pulled you over. Pull over to the right. Pull over to the right side of the shoulder. That's where you're supposed to be. Safest for everybody. That's where you should go. So pull over to the right. After you've pulled over to the right, turn off your car, just wait. Cop's going to come up. He's probably going to come up on the right-hand side because that's the safest side for them to be on. So they're going to come there, roll down your window, and at this point, if a cop says, hey man, I'm smelling something strange in your car. You got drugs in there? Well, one, don't say that you've got drugs. Two, don't let them search your car. Just don't let them do it. There's no reason to. Really don't say anything to them. If they say, where are you going to? Say, here's my license. There you go. If they really push you on where you're going to, technically the law is that you do have to tell them where you're going. If they pulled you over for speeding, it's a Missouri state law that you have to inform them of what your business is, and you have to inform them who you are. You have to provide your license, all that stuff. So do that, but don't answer any other questions. If they say, have you been drinking? I don't answer any questions. Have you been smoking pot? I don't answer any questions. Who's that, dead prostitute in your back seat? I don't answer any questions. And a good chance you probably don't know her name anyway. I'm going to guess. So the best way to deal with it is once you've gotten that ticket, odds are if cops pulled you over, especially motorcycle cop, you're probably going to get a ticket. It just is what it is. Just accept it and move on. Once you've got it, though, there are ways to deal with it. If you get an attorney, then you're in the best position to be able to keep from getting in any additional trouble. It's the best way to keep points off your license, and it's the best way to keep moving throughout your life and saving yourself some money and keep yourself from losing your license. It'll most likely save you a ton of money in the long term to hire an attorney versus not hiring an attorney. At least that's my advice. And I've already told you I've got a conflict of interest because of course, I'd love to make money. It's great. If I can get paid to do my job, then that's wonderful. And unfortunately, that happens when people get in trouble. I do my best to keep you out of it, but what can I do? All right. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Oh, I did get a comment. I did want to address this quickly. I got a comment the other day as I was going through some messages to me. Guy had said, "Hey man, you're using videos too much. You need to write more stuff. You're not telling us enough information. You seem like you know what you're talking about, but you should write more." Well, I've written a lot more blog posts than I have posted videos. I've only been posting videos for a few weeks, really. So I apologize to you if you feel that I am not writing enough. I can say that I can post a video in about 15 to 20 minutes, and it takes me an hour or an hour and a half to write something, and I do have to contact clients. I have to be at court. I have to write real legal documents, and it's tough sometimes to get all that information out. Anyway, thank you very much for coming here, watching me for a little bit. If you managed to stick it out through this entire thing, I assume you don't have anything better to do with your time. Thank you very much, and if you've got questions, send them my way. Thank you very much again, and good luck out there.